Arsenal find themselves in a dream position after just 7 games, sitting top of the Premier League. This is especially impressive considering they have already faced their 2 main title rivals, Manchester City and Liverpool. While they didn't win either of those matches, losing at Anfield and drawing 1-1 with Pep Guardiola's side at the Emirates, their results against the other 17 teams have been near flawless. A 2-0 win over West Ham United, combined with Chelsea's last-minute defeat leaves the Gunners clear at the top by a single point as they head into the second international break of the season. After the draw with City, pundits suggested Arsenal's title credentials would be tested more by the rest of the league than by the top 6 fixtures. And so far, Arsenal have delivered. Indeed, Liverpool's win over Arsenal at Anfield was the first victory against the Gunners by a Big Six club since April 2023. The Premier League race this season is shaping up to be defined by consistency across all matches, rather than headline clashes alone. Wins over Manchester United, Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle United, and now West Ham have propelled Arsenal to the summit. Meanwhile, Liverpool's back-to-back defeats to Crystal Palace and Chelsea mean they are already playing catch-up. Numbers highlight Arsenal's early season dominance. Goalkeeper David Raya has conceded just 1 goal from open play in all competitions, claiming his 4th clean sheet in 7 league matches. Arsenal are also 5 points better off in their corresponding fixtures compared to last season, with wins over Newcastle and West Ham representing a 6-point swing from defeats last year. Mikel Arteta was delighted to see his side turn previous scars into victories. "The last 2 games have been very special," he said. "A lot of scars, a lot of learnings, and we put that right. Despite very difficult fixtures and injuries, the team is performing, playing well, and winning with absolute dominance." Saturday's 2-0 win over West Ham also marked Arteta's 300th game in charge, further boosting his win percentage to over 58%, the highest of any Arsenal manager. Yet, Arteta was quick to downplay the statistic, noting that numbers mean little without silverware. Despite losing at least 1 player to injury in 6 of the first 7 games, Arsenal remain top of the table, thanks to smart summer signings, squad rotation, and tactical management. Arteta is hopeful that Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice's injuries are not serious, while summer signing Piero Hincapié could be ready to make his mark following the international break. October offers a London-based run of fixtures, giving Arsenal a chance not only to stay top, but to extend their advantage. However, there was concern as captain Martin Odegaard was substituted in the first half against West Ham due to a knee injury. This made him the first Premier League player to be substituted before halftime in 3 consecutive starts, according to Opta. Despite his exit, Arsenal's performance remained dominant, with Declan Rice opening the scoring and Bukayo Saka converting a penalty to seal the win. Arteta highlighted the importance of learning from past defeats. "We want to continue to play and dominate games. It's a key fixture, and we know Nuno's West Ham side will be tough, but tomorrow is another opportunity to put things right." Speaking of Saka, the Arsenal star reached a major milestone against West Ham, contributing to his 100th goal involvement in 200 appearances. Arsenal legend Thierry Henry paid tribute to Saka on Instagram, praising his journey from the academy to first-team success. Saka responded with gratitude, but emphasized that Henry reminded him of the importance of winning key games, like the recent West Ham clash. Arteta also praised his talisman. "It has been an incredible journey with Bukayo. The numbers he is creating at his age are incredible, and there is so much more to come." Finally, Odegaard will continue his recovery during the international break after sustaining a medial collateral ligament injury in his left knee. Arsenal's medical team will monitor him closely with the aim of returning as soon as possible. For now, Arsenal sit top of the Premier League, combining strong performances, tactical discipline, and individual brilliance. With key players returning and momentum building, the Gunners are looking to turn their early season promise into a genuine title challenge. Meanwhile, in previously news, Arsenal were back on the training pitches at London Colney this afternoon as preparations intensified for Wednesday night's Champions League clash against Olympiacos at the Emirates Stadium. The mood around the camp was upbeat following the weekend's dramatic 1-0 victory away at Newcastle United, where Gabriel's late goal secured all 3 points and kept the Gunners firmly in the Premier League title race. That confidence was evident in training, with the players showing high intensity during drills and plenty of togetherness as they prepare for another crucial European test. The cameras captured a lively atmosphere as the squad began their warm-ups under the guidance of Mikel Arteta and his coaching staff. A light-hearted moment came when William Saliba, fresh from signing his new long-term contract with the club, was lifted and given the bumps by teammates in celebration. The French defender has committed his future to Arsenal until 2030, and the scenes reflected just how popular he is within the dressing room. From a fitness perspective, the session was largely positive. Captain Martin Odegaard trained fully and looks set to start against Olympiacos after making a substitute appearance in the win at Newcastle. Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, and Gabriel Martinelli all came through the session unscathed, while Ben White and Leandro Trossard were also sharp during ball possession drills. However, there were a few absentees. Piero Hincapié, who is still struggling with a groin issue, missed out once again and faces a battle to be fit. Noni Madueke was also not involved as he continues his recovery from a knee injury, while Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus remain sidelined with their long-term problems. Arteta has already suggested neither will be back imminently. With squad rotation expected, the session was open to the media for a short period before the press conference, where Arteta and Saliba are due to face questions. The Arsenal boss is expected to outline his plans for team selection, possible changes in midfield, and how he intends to balance the Champions League group stage with the ongoing Premier League campaign. Arsenal host Olympiacos tomorrow night, looking to build on their strong start in Europe after a 2-0 win away at Athletic Bilbao in the opening round. Victory would put the Gunners in a commanding position in the group and continue their excellent form across all competitions. The Gunners return to European action on Wednesday evening when they take on Olympiacos in what will be their second group stage match of the campaign. Arsenal head into this fixture full of confidence after opening their Champions League journey with a 2-0 win away at Athletic Bilbao, courtesy of goals from Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard. That momentum was carried into the Premier League at the weekend, where Arsenal stunned Newcastle United with a dramatic late winner from Gabriel at St. James's Park. The result not only kept Arsenal in the title race, but also injected fresh belief within the squad as they cut the gap at the top to just 2 points. On top of that, Tuesday brought more good news for Arsenal supporters as the club officially announced William Saliba's new long-term contract. The Frenchman has committed his future to Arsenal until the summer of 2030, despite serious interest from European giants including Real Madrid. The news was met with huge celebrations inside the training camp, with teammates and staff giving Saliba a playful bumps treatment during Tuesday's session. The cameras were present for that open training session, where most of the first-team squad took part. The notable absentees were Piero Hincapié, still nursing a groin problem, and winger Noni Madueke, who continues to recover from his knee issue. In addition, Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus remain sidelined and are unlikely to return in the immediate future. Arteta is expected to provide more clarity this afternoon on the squad's fitness ahead of the Olympiacos clash. Youngsters such as Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly are pushing for minutes, while rotation options like Ben White and Michael Merino could also feature if Arteta decides to rest Declan Rice. Saliba, fresh from signing his new contract, is also due to speak and will almost certainly be asked about his commitment to the club, his future ambitions, and the bond he has built with Arsenal supporters. Meanwhile, in previous news, Eberechi Eze opened his account for the club before Leandro Trossard sealed the result, and both players are pushing for selection against Newcastle. Arteta praised Eze after the match, but urged patience, noting that he is still developing chemistry with his teammates. Despite losing 4 of their last 5 visits to St. James's Park and failing to score in the last 3, Arteta dismissed suggestions of a psychological barrier. "No," he said firmly, "because we have won and we have lost as well. The last few results down there, they could have been very different. It's going to be those moments where we need to be clinical and efficient to win those games." Arteta also acknowledged the challenge of the atmosphere in the Northeast, describing it as one of the best in England. "They play every single ball with you. It's electric, there's so much support out there, and it's one team, one city. To play as an opposition, there is such a challenge and opportunity at the same time, so a great atmosphere. Arsenal's likely lineup will see David Raya in goal behind a back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori. Rice and Zubimendi should anchor midfield with Odegaard just ahead, while Saka, Eze, and Victor Gyökeres are expected to lead the attack. With Liverpool setting the pace at the top, Arsenal cannot afford to leave St. James's Park empty-handed again. A victory on Sunday would not only keep them within reach of the summit, but also banish recent memories of frustration in the northeast. Meanwhile, Arsenal enter the weekend knowing that anything less than 3 points could see them fall 8 points adrift of leaders Liverpool. The Gunners already trail the Reds by 5 after being held to a 1-1 draw by Manchester City last weekend, where Gabriel Martinelli's late equalizer salvaged a vital point. With the pressure building, a tricky trip to face Eddie Howe's Newcastle now awaits. In midweek, Arsenal weren't at their fluent best, but still secured safe passage into the Carabao Cup 4th round with a 2-0 win at Port Vale. Summer signing Eberechi Eze opened his Arsenal account with a well-taken finish inside 10 minutes, before Leandro Trossard struck after the break to seal the win. Eze described the moment as very special and thanked the fans for their support on Instagram, a post which quickly gathered over 150,000 likes and messages from teammates, including Bukayo Saka and Victor Gyökeres. Arteta was quick to praise the new arrival, but reminded supporters that there is even more to come. He's very capable with the ball and can make things happen in tight spaces. He still needs more time with his teammates, but there's a lot more to give. The win booked Arsenal a 4th-round tie at home to Brighton later this month, but for now all eyes are firmly on Newcastle, a side who have been strong at St. James's Park and will be full of confidence after a 4-1 Carabao Cup victory over Bradford City. The build-up to Sunday has been dominated by fitness concerns. Noni Madueke suffered a knee injury in the City clash and will be sidelined until late November, potentially missing up to 18 matches. Kai Havertz is also out long-term with a knee problem, while Gabriel Jesus continues his recovery from ACL surgery and is not expected back until December. There is better news on Martin Odegaard, who has returned to training following a shoulder issue and could feature against Newcastle. New defensive signing Piero Hincapié is a major doubt with a groin problem, though Arteta suggested it isn't serious. Elsewhere, Bukayo Saka, Ben White, and William Saliba have all come through training unscathed and are expected to start. Arteta faces a delicate balance. Arsenal's fixture list is relentless, with Champions League action around the corner, but dropping more points in the league would hand Liverpool and Manchester City an early advantage in the title race. Expect the Spaniard to go strong at St. James's Park, with Gyökeres leading the line and Eze pushing for another start after his midweek heroics. So here's where we stand. Arsenal may not be at full strength with Madueke, Havertz, and Jesus ruled out, but the squad still carries enough firepower and creativity to test Newcastle away. The Gunners' response to the City draw will be telling. Win on Sunday, and the title challenge stays on track. Drop points, and the gap to Liverpool could start to look worrying even at this early stage of the season. What do you think, Gunners? Should Arteta start Eze against Newcastle after his midweek goal? And how confident are you that Arsenal can leave St. James's Park with all 3 points? Let us know in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for daily updates here on Gunners Talk Daily. Moving on. The big story is Noni Madueke. The winger picked up a knee problem during Sunday's 1-1 draw with Manchester City and was forced off at halftime. Scans have thankfully ruled out an ACL tear, but Mikel Arteta confirmed the England international will be sidelined for up to 2 months. That means Madueke could miss as many as 14 matches for club and country, including Premier League showdowns with Newcastle, West Ham, and a huge North London derby against Tottenham in November. The timing couldn't be worse, with Arsenal facing a packed schedule in both domestic and European competition. Arteta said after the City draw, he had an issue very early in the match, and he wasn't well enough to continue. Reports suggest his recovery is expected to stretch across 2 international breaks, which puts his comeback target right around that Spurs clash at the Emirates. A massive fixture to return in if all goes to plan. It's not all bad news, though. Bukayo Saka and Ben White, who both returned at the weekend, have trained again this week without issue. Club captain Martin Odegaard, however, remains a doubt as he continues to recover from a minor knock that kept him out of the Bilbao trip in the Champions League. Arteta admitted today that his involvement tomorrow is unlikely, with Sunday's league clash taking priority. Meanwhile, Victor Gyökeres added a touch of glamour to Arsenal's preparations after picking up the prestigious Gerd Müller trophy at the Ballon d'Or Gala in Paris last night. The award recognizes the best striker in world football, with the Swede netting an incredible 54 goals in 52 appearances last season across club and country. Gyökeres told CBS after lifting the trophy, "Scoring goals is a special feeling, but to be recognized like this is something different and really amazing." The win has not gone down well in Spain, where critics argue Kylian Mbappé deserved the prize after finishing top scorer in La Liga. But for Arsenal fans, the award only highlights the caliber of forward Arteta now has leading the line at the Emirates. As for tomorrow's opponents, Port Vale will be relishing the rare chance to take on Arsenal, with the clubs meeting for the first time since 1998. Arteta is expected to rotate heavily, with opportunities likely for young talent such as Max Daumann. However, the boss insists the Carabao Cup is a competition Arsenal want to win, having fallen at the semi-final stage.